Hey there. All right. I hope today you're ready for a little cold, hard truth. But of course, I'm going to wrap it in a little hug for all of you because, of course, I'm not trying to be, don't ever take my cold, hard truths as actual, like, cold-hearted. Okay. I want you guys to know that. Hopefully by now you understand that. But here's what I want to say today is that not everybody is cut out to be an entrepreneur. And that's okay. It's okay to not want to be an entrepreneur full time or to admit that maybe you tried it and it's not necessarily for you full time, or maybe you've been at it for a while and you're just not feeling it anymore. Regardless, the message, the key takeaway is it's okay. It's okay. I was actually having this conversation with my hairdresser, which is what stemmed this podcast episode is. I went to a new hairdresser and she works in a salon and she used to own a salon. She was a salon owner for 30 years and she was telling me all about it and different things. And then I was talking to her. I said, well, do you miss it? And she said, not one bit. She said, you know what, Michelle, I don't miss owning my own business at all. She goes, I love being able to come in here, go to work, still feel like, you know, she's still passionate about doing hair. She said, I can still serve my clients in the best way. She goes, but honestly, I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to worry about whether or not the electricity is paid. I don't have to worry about whether or not the sink is leaking. I don't have to worry about whether or not the supplies are not in stock, you know. And she said, you know, there's something so beautiful about just being able to execute on my passion and to be able to stand behind this chair and not have all the worry and the stress and the overwhelm and everything else that comes with being an owner. And she said, and, you know, I loved being a salon owner. She said, but if I could do it all over again, I probably wouldn't. And I said, you know, and it just opened up this conversation. I said, you know, not everybody is cut out to be an entrepreneur. And I think more people need to hear that. And I think more people need to give themselves permission to hear that. And maybe you even need to give yourself permission to hear that it's okay, even if you want to be a part-time entrepreneur. Okay. There's so much pressure in just the world, whether you're in the online space as a freelancer, that you've got to go full time. You've got to go full time in your business. You got to quit your job. And it's the American dream to be a business owner. But you know what? It is hard. It's really hard to be a business owner. And it's especially in the first 4 years. I mean, I'm now in my 5th year full time and it's still hard. It still presents a new set of challenges. Having to change over from an LLC to an S corp, from owner draw to payroll, and understanding the different liabilities and the different implications of that, and just different client things, and there's just every level of growth. It's not like it ever gets easier, okay? There's always something that's going to come up, and being an entrepreneur, you've got to constantly be ready to handle all of the overhead, okay? And sometimes you just want to do what you're good at, and you can do what you're good at and have a job and be very well compensated for it. And that's what I want you to hear today is that, you know, it's okay to have a job and build your business part-time. I had a job alongside of my business for the first 3.5 years. 3.5 years I had a job alongside of my business, okay? 2021 was the first year that I was 100% full-time, okay? So hear that too. If you're in your first 1 to 4 years and stress and money and there's a financial burden that's coming up and you're feeling super overwhelmed with that, like, it's okay to go find a part-time job. It's even okay to get a full-time job and convert your business part-time. And here's the other thing, nobody needs to know that. It's not like you need to go and advertise. For a long time, nobody even knew I worked part-time. Nobody knew I had a job. It wasn't their business, right? That's the other, that's a completely separate topic, but it's not anybody's business. And again, the reality is, and the point of this episode today is that decision is yours. But I just want you to hear that it's okay if you just want to execute on your passion, if you just want to have somebody else carrying the burden of business ownership. It's okay if you want to have a job. It's okay. It still allows you to be passionate about something while also not having the financial stress, okay? And there's always a, yes, you could lose your job, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to get into all that horseshit because quite honestly, that's not the point of this conversation. The point is that entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And if you are feeling defeated by it, if you are feeling like, do I really want to do this? I want you to sit down and ask yourself, is this for me? If you're feeling defeated by it because you had a bad day, then I'm going to tell you never quit on a bad day. 100% never quit on a bad day. If you're feeling defeated by it because you just are sick of having to handle all and wear all the hats and you don't enjoy it and it's not really bringing you joy and it's really taking away from your passion because you don't feel like you can actually execute on your passion, like my hairdresser, she said, I didn't really feel like I could ever just be fully present behind the chair because I always had to worry about whether or not somebody was calling off. I had to manage employees. I had to manage all these personalities. I had to manage the overhead, whether the roof was leaking, the air conditioning stopped working, the shampoo ran out, the wax machine stopped working. She said, I never felt like I could be fully present behind the chair for my clients because I constantly had all these other things on my mind. And if you're feeling like that and you just want to be fully present, then maybe it's okay to just go and be fully present in a job, all right? Don't feel defeated by that. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like it makes you anything less than. Absolutely not. 100%. It does not make you any less of a person, any less of an entrepreneur, any less of an expert if you don't want to carry all the overhead and the burden of entrepreneurship and business ownership, okay? Again, maybe an unpopular opinion, but I'm here to tell it to you that not everybody is cut out for it. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not the easiest of journeys. And it's okay if you don't want to be on that journey, all right? So take this for what it is. Maybe it's hitting home. Maybe it's not. But either way, know that you can still be an expert and you can still live the life of your dreams and fulfill your passion in ways outside of entrepreneurship if you don't love it. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you soon.